Huh. I don't think that's supposed to do that. I also don't think those cracks are supposed to be there. So the depth stop on my Central Machinery drill press has developed an issue. The mounting collar is made out of this cheap plastic stuff, and the repeated tension that it's under when the stop is engaged has caused some stress cracks to form. The fix is we're going to make a new one. But since I don't have any machining tools or a chunk of aluminum, plywood it is. So let's get started.
First, we have to remove the broken collar and the depth guide from the drill press. There are two nuts that hold it all together, one that tightens the collar to the spindle and the other that mounts the depth guide to the collar. My plan for replacement is pretty simple, so let's take the guide off the collar and then use the collar as a template to trace our new part onto a piece of 1/2-inch plywood. Next, we'll cut the part out on the bandsaw. Yes, I know, my hand is in the way for most of this clip. It's amazing to me that I can line up what looks like the perfect angle, only to realize after recording that you, the beloved viewer, can't see a darn thing. With the new part roughed out, we'll take it over to the disc sander and clean up the outside edges, and then with a sanding drum on the drill press, I can do the same on the inside and get it cleaned up as well. Now I will confess, I had to make this part twice. I got a little too aggressive on the first one and sanded right through the collar. Oops. Next, I need to drill the 2 holes for the fasteners. The one for the stop guide was pretty straightforward. Just line up the template part, mark the hole, drill it out. The hole for the collar itself will be a little bit more tricky just because of the orientation. I had to go through the very outside of the collar, centered on a small, tightened flange, and the countersink to accommodate the bolt head was a little bit difficult to get in place. The old counterbore had a hex head shape, but trying that on this part would have made it too weak, so I drilled the hole straight through, slightly undersized, and then pressed the bolt in. It seems to hold fine. We may need to revisit it again in the future, but I doubt we'll have to, though. Because the old collar was broken, it was easy to remove. The new collar, however, required that I remove the old chuck. It's a tapered fit, so just some pressure with a pry bar is all that it takes. Next, all we need to do is put the new collar in place and reassemble the depth guide. Once the collar and guide are installed, we just need to reinstall the chuck. The instruction manual says to use a board, center the chuck on the shaft, and then exert downward force using the handle to seat the chuck in place. After that, we are back in business. So let's test it out and see how it works. I'm setting the depth stop for 1/8 of an inch. While drilling the hole, the stop definitely engages better than the original collar did. It definitely felt more positive. Better engagement, I guess. A quick measure of the hole shows that the hole is about 0.130 inches in depth, and 1/8 of an inch is 0.125, so I'm going to call that a win. I hope you enjoyed this little shop improvement video. If you did, please gently press the like button. If you know someone that could benefit from this fix, then please share this video with them. And if you think that I've earned it, then please subscribe. Thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon, and as always, thanks for watching.